Good morning. It's a cloudy day in County Galway, the 17th of April 2024. We have 6 races on TV today, 2 from Cheltenham and 4 from Newmarket. So we're going to have a look at the rankings. The first televised race is the 150 from Newmarket. There's 18 runners. It's the Weatherby's Global Stallions app handicap over 6 furlongs, a class 2, and the forecast going is good. It's for 4-year-olds plus. Top ranked is Orazio. Next then comes Significantly, then Chipstead, then Abate. That's the top 4. There's quite a few now closely ranked. It's a very, very tight race. There's 2 non-runners. Ali's Dancer was withdrawn, and Katie Content is gone also. These are the last 3 years' winners: Charles Hills, Mark Dodds, and there's a Perrott. And William Buick won it last year, Conor Beasley the year before, and Jim Crowley the year before that. We'll start with Orazio, the top ranked. And he's had 3 wins from 10 runs so far in his career. He won this race last year on good to soft ground. He carried 8.12 and he had an official rating of 89. He's up to 100 today, so he's favourite, but it won't be as easy as last year. He did run well on his first run of the season at Doncaster, finishing 3rd over 6 furlongs in a listed race. He was only beaten less than a length and a half, so he's in good form. His trainer is 0 from 8 in the last 14 days. Second rank then is Significantly. He's having his first run for 186 days, and I don't think he has a great record first time out. Yeah, he's 0 from 5 on over 60 days layoff. Did place once though. He had a good season last year though. He won at Haydock in July over 6 furlongs over ground. That was a class 4. And he won in September then. He won the Air Gold Cup by a neck on good to soft ground, class 2. That was off a mark of 94. He's running off 100 today. Miss Camacho is 0 from 6 in the last 14 days. So he's probably going to need the run. We'll keep an eye on the market for him. Chipstead then is the 3rd ranked. Roger Teal has had 1 winner in the last 10 days, or last 14 days. He's in stall 19, so he's going to find it very tough from there. And I think we could nearly pass him by. Go on to Abate. He had a good season last year. He opened his account in May over 5 furlongs, a good firm in a class 4. And he followed that up at Haydock over 6 furlongs, good firm in a class 5. Then he won again in July at Windsor in a class 4 over 5 furlongs. And in September then he won a class 4 over 6 furlongs. So this is a big step up in class, and he hasn't run for 200 days, so he could find it tough. Stable have had a couple of winners though in the last 14 days. Orazio is probably the one to be on, even though the price isn't great, but he's got a decent draw in 10, and won it last year. And the pace according to time form is going to be strong, so he should be able to come with a late run, no problem. So I'd give him the vote there. The next one on the TV then is the 205 at Cheltenham, 15 runners. It's the Kingston Stud Handicap Hurdle, 2 mile, 4.5 furlongs, Class 2, and the forecast going is good. There are 3 non-runners: Teddy Blue, Lord of Cheshire, and Artistic Endeavour. Mark Walford won this race last year with Williston. Evan Williams won it the year before, and Daniel Skelton won it the season before that. The top ranked is Cam Sinas for Fergal O'Brien, Paddy Brennan. Cam Sinas is lightly raced. He's only had 9 runs, 4 wins, a couple of places. He won last time out at Kempton in a novice hurdle, Class 4. Ran his previous race then was at Newbury in a Class 1. He won a Grade 2 at Haydock in November. This is only his second going ahead, so he's unexposed. He's been easy to back though this morning, so the vibes aren't great for him in the market at the moment. Ranked second then is Spring Note for Nicky Henderson. James Bone gets the ride. She's unexposed as well. She's only four wins from 8 runs. She's won her last 2. Handicap hurdle at Newbury, a Class 3, and before that at Newbury again, she won a Class 3. Her last win was off 1-2-3, and she's up to 130 here today. She's up in class here, and she's progressive, but she likes to lead, and there's a few others who probably want to take her on for the lead here today, so there could be a bit of a pace burnout that could go against her if she's up front. The next then is Titan Discovery for Robert Llewellyn. Liam Harrison rides. He's another unexposed one. 8 runs, 2 wins. He's been progressive now since December. He won at a handicap hurdle at Ascot off a mark of 104. He was second then off a mark of 111 at Sandown, and he followed that up off a mark of 115 at Sandown, winning, and last time out off a mark of 121. He was beaten less than a length at Kempton. He's up to 124 today. Stable is in good form. 4 wins from 6 runs in the last 14 days. He's progressive, and he's likely to be held back. So if there is a strong pace, it's going to suit him. And I think he could go very well. He's around 13-2. Fourth in the rankings then is Doyen Quest for the Skeletons. He's another unexposed one. 3 wins from 7 runs. He's progressive. He won a maiden hurdle at Taunton in February. Second in a handicap hurdle off a 112 at Taunton in March, and he duly won his last race at Newbury by a neck. That was off a mark of 112. It was a Class 3. Stepping up in trip now to 2 mile, 4.5 furlongs. But I think it'll probably suit him. And he's another one that'll be held back for a late run. And if the pace is as strong as they're forecasting, he should go well too. So I think myself it's between Titan Discovery and Doyen Quest. On to Newmarket for the next race then, the 225. It's the Bet365 Field and Stakes. It's listed over 9 furlongs. Top ranked is Gasper de Lemos for Aidan O'Brien and Ryan Moore. Next then is Ambient Friendly for Fanshawe and Callum Shepherd. And then there's one over from France as well. Andre Fabre sends over Narquez, who looks to be the favourite. Andre Fabre has a fair record at the Newmarket Rowley course. He's 9 wins from 35 runners. That's just almost 26% strike rate. So he's one to consider. He won a minor race there at St. Cloud 22 days ago. So he has a bit of fitness on his side and shouldn't be taken lightly. Aidan O'Brien sends over Gaspé de Lemos. Aidan O'Brien's been in good form now. He's had 9 winners from 28 runners in the last 14 days. And Ryan Moore, of course, is one of the top jockeys in the world. He won a maiden at the Curragh in September and then came over to Newmarket for the Zetland Stakes, where he was beaten 5.5 lengths. He should make a good 3-year-old, and can't really tell you much more than that. He's by Justify. We're seeing a few of these now with the O'Briens. They seem to like these Justify ones. Aidan O'Brien has sent out 54 winners at the Rowley. It's just over 15% strike rate, but it's been profitable, plus £30. And on the exchange, plus 125. So they don't all have to be favourites. I think the average win odds are over 8 to 1 on the Betfair exchange. Second rank then is Ambient Friendly, Fanshawe and Shepherd. He won his maiden at Leicester on debut, and he ran a very good race over this course, when third in the Autumn Stakes behind Ancient Wisdom. So that's good form there. So he's another one to consider. Hopefully now it'll be an informative race. Probably not a great betting race now. There's not a lot of form to go on. If O'Brien's one was a decent price, which it looks there, it maybe could be worth doing each way. Now on to the next on the TV. It's the 240 Cheltenham. It's the Matt Hanson Foundation Silver Trophy Handicap Chase, Grade 2 Limited Handicap, 2 mile, 4.5 furlongs. Top ranked is Scarface for Joe Tizard and Brendan Powell. Then we have Il Ridotto, Nichols and Cobden. Hang In There is next, Emma Lavelle and Joe Anderson. And then Gemirand for Venetia Williams and Charlie Deutsch. Joe Tizard is 2 from 20 in the last 14 days. Nichols is 8 from 31 in the last 14 days. Emma Lavelle is 0 from 7. And Venetia Williams is 1 from 17. Scarface is thriving at the moment. He's won his last 2. One at Sandown and then at Plumpton. His last win was off 128, and he runs off 134 here today. But he's very progressive, and he's sure to give a good account here, I think. Second ranked then Il Ridotto. He likes Cheltenham. We'll just have a look here now. Bring up his Cheltenham form. Yeah, so he's had some good runs here now. He won in January 23 off of 138, and he's had some cracking runs. He was very unlucky here in December. He was beating the short head. He went to 1.15 in running. Looked all over the winner. That was off 143, and he's running off 143 today. So Il Rodotto could have a good chance here now. Next then is Hang In There, Remy Lavelle. He's had a good season. He won at Stratford in August of 138, and he won in September at Worcester of 143. He was beaten then at Aintree in October of 153, and he runs here of 151. He's been off for 171 days, so you couldn't really fancy him today, I don't think. Overall, I think Scarface and Il Ridotto have decent chances in that one. Next up is the 3 o'clock Newmarket. Bet365 Earl of Sefton Stakes, a Group 3 over 9 furlongs. Top ranked is Ottoman Fleet. Next best is Embesto. Ottoman Fleet won this last year for Charlie Appleby, and Charlie Appleby won it the year before with Master of the Seas. So it's a race he'd like to target. Ottoman Fleet likes Newbury as well. He finished second in October 22 in a Group 3. He won a listed race in October 22, and he won this race last year. He's been running in Maidan. He did the same thing last year. He ran in Maidan and then came and won this. So he's obviously prepped the same way. The only thing I would say is his last run in Maidan now was below form, which is unusual for him. He's usually very consistent. The second rank then, Embesto. He's lightly raced. He's 3 wins from 4 runs. Won his maiden on debut at Yarmouth in May 23. Won again then in June. Class 5s they were. Then he moved up to listed and ran a good race then. Was only beaten 3 lengths in July. And then won a Group 3 at Salisbury. I think that was a dead heat actually. Yeah, he dead heated with Mighty Ulysses in the Tattersall Sovereign Stakes at Salisbury. That was last August. He's been very strong in the market this morning, so he's gone favourite. It's between the two. I think I'd just side with Ottoman Fleet myself, as fitness on his side. On to the last race on TV. It's a 3:35 from Newmarket. The Llanwadi's Stud Nelgwyn Stakes, Group 3 for fillies over 7 furlongs. Top ranked is Dance Sequence for Charlie Appleby, and next then is Matrika for Aidan O'Brien. There isn't much form to go on, but there's one bit of collateral form that suggests that Dance Sequence will beat Matrika, and it's through Gushing Gold. Dance Sequence beats Gushing Gold by 10 lengths back in October, and Matrika was second on the 23rd of June and was 5 lengths in front of Gushing Gold, would suggest that Dance Sequence will have her measure, and the market sees it that way too. So it's a good race to watch. Usually produces a decent winner. It's produced 4 winners of the 1,000 guineas since 1997. That was from 89 that took part. Um, of the ones that won the Nell Gwyn, 23 went on to the 1,000 guineas and 2 won. Finally, just to look at the market movers in the races we've been looking at. Investo in the 3 o'clock, he's gone from 130 early into 7 to 4. Al-Farabi in the 150 for Roger Varian, that's gone from 11 to 1 into 6 to 1. In Chelsea's Deo in the 240 at Cheltenham, that's gone from 7 to 2 into 9 to 4. Cam Sinas, which was a top rank one, that's gone from 8 to 1 to 11 to 2. The Foxes in the 3 o'clock, that's gone from 12 to 1 to 17 to 2. 205 Diane Quest has gone from 8 to 1 to 6 to 1. And the same race, Lallygag, has gone from 14s into 9s. The 150 Summergan has gone from 8s to 6s. In the 150 again, Great Ambassador has gone from 20s to 14s. And in the 335, True Cyan has gone from 15 to 2 to 11 to 2. So that's it. My voice is nearly gone. I'll get this up, and I hope you have a good day and enjoy the good racing that's on today. And the best of luck, whatever you do. Good luck.